Hey you guys, good morning to you. Yes, honey, yes, I am getting myself together. But I wanted to do this video because I sometimes I stumble across videos, and then also my longtime subscribers, I do watch all videos when I get a chance. Just because I don't tell you that don't mean I don't watch you. Okay? So whenever I do get a chance, I do check up on my long time or faithful, sugar lumps. So I wanted to do this video because I felt it so strong in my spirit, you guys, that that I had to come on, and I am calling all of my sugar lumps, all of my true riders, all of the people who are here for all the right reasons, all the people that actually have a heart, all the people that's not on here just because they want to see some drama, all the people that's on here because they just don't want to see people twerking and women degrading themselves and lowering their standards and talking about a whole bunch of filth and all of that kind of stuff. Okay, it's a time and a place for everything. And yeah, we tee-hee and giggle, but when it's all said and done and when it comes down to it, we still are women and children of God. And we are to love each other. And sometimes I am drawn to people, and I do know what that is spiritually. I do know that that's the Holy Spirit, but I am so drawn to this sister. Before we go any further, let me give you guys her channel name, because I really, really, really need you guys to step up to the plate and go over and support this sister. And I'll explain to you why, and I'll explain to you why I was so drawn and compelled to support this sister. I'm going to spell out her channel name. It's cbelindadavis, but it's cbelindadavis. Again, it's cbelindadavis. I'm having trouble being able to link things underneath in the description bar. This is a new computer, and I'm like trying to figure it out and stuff like that, so I'm having trouble trying to drag it for some reason when I'm trying to like include a link underneath of the video underneath in the description box. So that's why on this video, as well as the video where I told you guys all of the people that I watch and you guys don't know I watch, or people that you guys are sleeping on that need to be heard and you need to go over and check them out. I did that video a couple of videos back. It's like 3 videos or 4 videos back, so check that out. But this video is so special, and she is so special, that I am exclusively doing a video for her. Why her? Why am I so drawn to her? Well, because I am her. Because I was her, and it's still parts of me that still is her. You guys, when you can look at a person, now this is with your spiritual eye, and even with your, even when you're in the flesh and you're just looking with your regular eyes. It's certain people and at certain times that you get glimpses of them being so transparent that you actually can feel their words. And she usually, if you check out her channel, she usually she usually doesn't do videos about herself. It's usually like a little clip of her, grandchildren or something like that. But sister, I want you to start doing videos for you. Again, I am you in so many ways. And I want you to start doing something for you. You've done stuff for everybody else. You've drained yourself for everybody else. You stepped up for everybody else. But now is the time for you. And give yourself permission to do so. Without explaining, without hesitation. 2015 is your year. Now, this road and this journey is not going to be easy. Look at me. I've had weight loss surgery. Lost 210 pounds. Gained like 40 pounds back thus far. And maybe a little more, I don't know, now that, after the holidays. So I'm telling you from somebody that has went to the extreme. Remember, I went all the way to Mexico, paid cash for my surgery. That's how extreme and desperate I was. Because I knew without doubt that I was on my way out. That my children was going to see pretty fat Kiana in a casket. And because I felt so strongly about that, I went to what some would call the extreme. But even with going through that process, there still is a process that's much deeper and much greater. So whether you do this naturally, sister, or whether you do this with means or by means of weight loss surgery, Weight Watchers, Jenny Craig, Nutrisystem, and the list goes on and on and on. They're going to be chasing us down since it's the new year. All the ads are going to be flooding the station because weight loss and the fact that we as Americans are the fattest country, and because we are such a huge marketing and financial we're such a huge financial blessing to to those who are geared towards quick fixes, our obsession with weight, our thinking that the next fad will work. So it doesn't matter what you go through, what means you go through. I'm telling you from experience, sister, that getting to the core, it's what needs to be done. The reason why is because weight loss, in a sort of way, believe it or not, it's going to sound funny, but that's the easy part. Sarah, you're about to be homeless. I'm not, you heard me. You're about to be homeless. You want to go bye-bye? You want to go bye-bye? Sorry, you guys. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Weight, believe it or not, is the easy part. Getting weight off. I know that sounds funny, especially from somebody that just said that they gained weight back after they had weight loss surgery. Didn't gain it all. I always have to mention that, because people will hear one thing and they'll run with it. I lost 200 and something pounds, gained back 40 or a little bit more, since the holidays. But still, I still gained back. That's something that you don't want to do and you shouldn't do after weight loss surgery. If you're doing the wrong things, if you're not getting totally at the core of the issue, it will happen. That's why I said no matter what vehicle you use to get to the destination, you still need to make sure that you clean out that engine. You still need to make sure that you do not just get a tune-up, you get an overall replacement of parts. And don't go to the junkyard and get them, because they're just temporary fixes. They're going to break down eventually. Their issues and problems are going to resurface eventually. You're going to have to go to the factory. Hallelujah. You're going to have to go straight to the factory and ask for all new parts. That's what I'm in the process of doing. Reason why I said losing weight is the easy part. You can stop eating. You can stop eating. You can go on liquid diets. You can use all these pills. You can count your carbs. You can count your calories. You can count your fat grams. It's simple. Take in a certain amount, exercise or move or whatever, and let that ratio, or the ratio of eating and exercising, the exercising part be more. It's simple. It's not that difficult, that part. But what it's difficult is most of us eat not because of just the taste. And that's the misconception that some of us have. I, for 36 years, literally thought that I used to eat because I liked the taste of food. My mother used to say all while I was growing up that that wasn't the reason. I swore her down. And I almost was 40 years old until I learned that that was not the reason. Sure, we like the taste of it. I like me a buffalo wing with some blue cheese dressing every now and then. Okay? But what's the reason to me keep running back to that buffalo wing with blue cheese dressing? What's the reason of me knowing I'm full and still wanting more? What am I really trying to feed? That's the issue. That's where the real work comes. People think that the real work comes from moving and exercising, counting your calories and all that. All those things work, and all of those things are necessary. But if you do not do a total rehaul, if you do not dig through all that dirt to get to the bottom, if you do not do that, none of those things will work. At least not long term. And when I'm talking to you, sister, I'm not talking to you or anybody this word is for as if I've mastered the game. I'm not talking to you as if I've already arrived. I'm talking to myself. I'm ministering to myself as I am talking to you. As I stated when I first started this video, I am you. I felt the sister's pain. I felt her pain. I know how it feels to give up, but you holding on for everybody else around you. I know how it feels to give up and not label it as giving up, but your actions reflect that you're giving up. I know how it feels. I know how it feels to put a smile on your face, but when all is still and no one else is around, I know what it feels to lay there and say, why am I here? Or to lay here and say, my only purpose of being here is because of everybody else. Not because of me, not because I'm happy, not because I'm flourishing, but simply because everybody else needs me. I know what that feels like. And I saw it in your face. And I saw it in your eyes. You're going to be okay, sister. You're going to be okay. Because we're going to surround you with love. We're going to support you. And we're going to all do it together. And this is not about New Year's resolutions or, oh, we're going to do something new in 2014 and we're going to step up our game. And I'm not even going to call it that. I'm not even going to fall into that little cliche. I'm not even going to do it. What I am going to say and do is I'm going to get a whole new rehaul. All new parts. I'm going to go through the pain that I've tried to smother. I'm going to go through the pain. And I didn't want to go through the pain. I still don't want to go through the pain. That's why I gained that 40 pounds back. It wasn't because of necessarily what I ate, even though that played a good part. It wasn't just because of the medications that I have to take now because of my issues that I have. That's partially the reason. But a big part of the reason is because despite me being able to not eat much, I'm still needing to be fed. I'm still seeking to be fed. I'm not being fulfilled. So this is going to take us going through the pain. It's a lot of things that we've smothered that's going to come up. It's a lot of times that we're going to have crying spells. It's a lot of times that we're going to literally close the door and scream. And it's okay. They can look at us like we're crazy. They can call us crazy. But guess what? They haven't been through what we've been through. They haven't jumped over the hurdles that we've jumped over. They haven't endured what we've endured. They haven't seen what we've seen. Been where we've been. Done what we've done. So their opinion, their thoughts are obsolete. If it's going to get us through, if it's going to get us to the deep issue, the real issue, guess what? We're going to have to do it. And it's going to be ugly, and it's going to hurt like hell. And I'm going to tell you it's going to hurt like hell because I tried to avoid it. I've been trying to avoid it. I go through it for a couple of days, and I'm like, oh no, I got to back away from that. No, sister, we're going to have to go through it. We're going to have to go through it. We're going to have to go through it. Remember, we can do all things through Christ that strengthens us. And we quote these scriptures, and we know these scriptures, and we can quote Bible verses. But have we really digested them in our spirit? Have we been a living and walking testimony to those quotes, those verses, those biblical words? Do we really believe that we could do all things? Because if we really did believe that, if we really did feel that in our soul and our spirit and our heart, then doubting would cease to exist. We need to start believing and leaning on His word and His promise. For He is a man that knows no lies. We'll trust the man that lay next to us, but we won't trust God. And I'm not one of those people that say, oh, God will do it. He'll do it by Himself. He will. But you're going to have to push through too, sister. What you're going to have to ask from Him is to give you the strength to push through. That's what we're going to have to do. Again, when I'm talking to you, when I am ministering to you, you guys, I am talking to myself. I have not arrived. I have not mastered. But I will. And I also serve the Master, the man. The source of my strength. I'm going to seriously start asking and praying for supernatural strength, because in my flesh I can't do it. And see, I'm so strong. We are so strong as women that we still try to do it in the flesh. We can't help it. We've carried so much. We've endured so much. We've overcome so much. We've had to raise children. We've had to make ends meet. We've had to, some of us had to work 1 and 2 jobs. We've had to juggle. We've had loss, we've had drama, we've had, all kinds of things that come our way. And we still had to get back up. Just like the women that were slaves in the field. They squatted, had their babies, bundled the baby up, put the baby on their back, and they kept on picking that cotton. Imagine that. Imagine what we go through, and how we get to lay in a nice comfy hospital bed that goes up and down, and watch TV, and have our visitors come bring us balloons and flowers, and we get pain medicine by just ringing a bell. But we come from the stock that squatted. No pain medicine. No comfy bed. No, nice fluffy pills. No doctors. No incubators. We squatted. We endured that pain. We brung forth life. And we kissed our baby. Wiped her off. Bundled her on our backs. And we kept on keeping on. We continued. That's the strength and the stock that we come from. The strength that sometimes we seem to forget. We are going to be set free from this. But we're going to have to go through the trials, the pain, all of the things that has caused us to put this armor on. We're going to have to do it. But I know it can be done. For whom the sun sets free is what? Free indeed. We're going to work together. We're going to give each other tips. We're going to support each other. Yes, people on YouTube, they on here for drama. They on here for silliness. They on here to just for ego reasons. It's a lot of different reasons, and I'm not knocking it, because that's their thing. But we here, we're going to laugh, we're going to talk, we're going to act silly, but we also going to get things done. We're also going to be bosses. We're also going to prosper. We're also going to build. See, when I said that we can do all things, I wasn't talking about 1 or 2 things. I said all things. And that's what we're going to do. That's why my slogan for my channel is, we're superwomen. Superwoman. Go grab your capes. It's just knowing that we're Superwoman. It's just convincing yourself. And sometimes I put my cape down because sometimes it's unbearable to keep carrying it. But again, that's when we have to ask for strength. We have to pray for guidance. We have to pray for deliverance. We have to repent. We have to pray for wisdom. We have to pray for discipline. We're going to get through this. We're going to get through this, y'all. We're going to get through this. Because he said we shall live and not die and declare good works. And that's exactly what we're going to do. He ain't done with us. Not by a long shot. He ain't done with us. So, sister, I did not mean for this video to be 25 minutes. But I know that I'm not just talking to one sister. I'm talking to a lot of us. And the key word is, I said, us. I ask that you guys go over and support this sister. Sub to her channel. Sister, what we need you to do now is to start doing some videos. Be vulnerable. You know what? It's okay. What's the worst thing that can happen? I had to come to a place, I used to get so broken hearted over stuff that was done on YouTube. I used to get so sad. And I came to a place, I'm like, this is the internet. What they gonna do? Type me to death? What's the worst thing you gonna do? Say some words to me that I probably heard before and probably heard it better. What's the worst you gonna do? Because you sure ain't gonna come knock at my door because I'm licensed. Let that be known. So you can come if you want to. But I had to get to that place, and it didn't come overnight. Go back on my videos. I got over 2,000 of them. I know it's gonna take y'all off a year to probably go through them. But they're up, and they will remain up because they are a part of my testimony. The good, the bad, and the ugly. But you can't value where I am today until you know where I've been. So when you get time, go back and look at some of my videos. Whatever the title, that you find interesting. I always say that when people say, girl, you act the same, you the same person that I remember back in the day. I always say that's not a compliment, sister. Because you should be different than the person you were back in the day. You should be different than you were 4 or 5 years ago. You should have grown from the person that you were 6 years ago. And if you haven't, that means that you are stunted in a lot of ways. Limited in a lot of ways. Let's not do that. It's not a good look. But yeah, so please go over and support this sister. Please go over and subscribe to her channel. And again, if we do this, sister, you're gonna have to start making us some videos. Open up. If you just want to say, I'm tired. Sometimes that's all we can yell out. I'm tired, Lord. You have to take over. That's all you can yell out on the camera. We'll be right there with you. You tired? And we're going to give you a shoulder. Help pick you up a little bit. Alright? So, I will talk to you guys later. I thank you all for watching this video. I thank you all for surrounding this sister with support. We look so forward to hearing from you. We look so forward to tuning into your videos. We look so forward to seeing your progression, because there will be progression. So I will be doing some videos of some hauls, some meals that I will be doing or sharing. I'm going to start doing like a weekly menu and all that kind of stuff for myself. And I'm going to share all those things with you guys. If you want me to, yeah, just let me know in the comment section, and take time to thumbs up this video. It encourages me always to continue to share, be myself, and to know that y'all okay with me being who I am. So because I'm okay with you being who you are. Alright, you guys, I'm out. Love you guys so much, and once again, Happy New Year. See you guys. Be blessed.